Hey YouTube, what's up? This is your girl Sherelle, and if you're tuning in for the very first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. Tonight's review I will be reviewing about is Tyler Perry's The Oval Office. You already see the title, so let's get into it, shall we? So tonight's episode, well, not tonight's episode, last night's episode of The Oval Office, it starts off with Gene and Kyle in the hallway about to get onto the elevator, and Gene says to Kyle, "Sir, is that blood?" And she pulls the cover back and she sees the president, mistress, dead to the bed. I mean, dead. So she falls back and she's screaming. And Kyle's basically putting his hands over her mouth, telling her, like, get it together. And Jean, you better get it together, girl, because I don't trust Kyle. And it looks like if you mess around and you say a little bit too much to somebody, or you repeat anything or anything you heard, you gonna come up missing too. So if I were you, I would get it all the way together, Jean. Okay, so let's move past that. Now, so Jean, she's trying to get herself together. Kyle, he's basically asking her, who are you? And she's like, Jean, you know me. He was like, well, get it together, girl. I don't like the way he said girl. Kind of slaverish. I don't. Tyler, look at me. Don't do that no more. I don't like those. Get it together, girl. I'm just like, I don't like the way he said that. But anywho, so Jean's trying to get it together so she can go up to the residence, the first family residence, to clean up the wine off the carpet. So, okay, she gets there, cleans it up. Victoria comes in, kicks her out. Victoria goes on a rant and starts taking all the dresses out of her closet, going crazy. Some of them dresses, I mean, they weren't all that great looking, but they weren't all that bad looking either. So, but Victoria, the first lady, she's crazy. So, man, bow our heads for Victoria. In Jesus' name, fix it. But anywho, let's move past that. So we get to the police station where Richard and Barry and his mama and one of the Secret Services gentlemen they're at the precinct, and they're getting him out. So Barry tells his parents, look, I don't know where that money came from. I don't know where that knife came from. But what I do know is my cousin told me that Sharon is over there with the street pharmacists as well as the real pharmacist, Kareem, and they out there, they riding around getting it. Bottom line. So, yeah. So that's where the money come from. And Barry's mother like, oh my God, Lord have mercy. I got this child up at my house and she's slanging that thing. Lord, I'm about to go into shock. About to have a whole heart attack. Barry's mother, you know how them older Christian woman is. Oh, Lord have mercy, this child up in here. I done had a talk with her and told her to leave that boy Kareem alone. Don't fall into his mess. But anywho, we may come to the conclusion that Sharon might have stabbed Ruth. And what Pinky said, Barry's cousin, was the truth, that Kareem is selling drugs. And that he's not just a real pharmacist. He's a street pharmacist. So, okay. Okay, so they go back to the house. Of course, they run into their little nosy neighbor. And, she's like, y'all want to come over? What had me cracking up was Barry. He was like, damn, she nosy. We always got to have that one nosy neighbor that's just so nosy. Know everything. She was like, well, who was that in the house? He's like, damn, she nosy. Like, yeah. They're unfortunately, in my neighborhood too. So, that nosy neighbor. But I ain't going to say who that nosy neighbor is. But we all have that nosy neighbor that know everything. And know everybody business. She want Barry's mother to come over so they can pour tea and just talk about some tea. So let's move past that. What's next? We go to the pharmacy and we see this look on Sharon's face. Like, Sharon, what the hell you doing behind here? Like, lo and behold, some old lady pulls up and Sharon just got these lustful faces on, and she's just, I was like, okay. And we see Kareem get up. I was like, is he behind the pharmacist counter with the face in the place like Miss Rock say? Oh, Kareem giving Sharon something he can feel. Okay. I'm looking like, oh, Kareem down there munching. And Sharon's just all in a daze, like, okay. Oh, I ain't even gonna take it. Y'all forgive me. I just had me take a moment. I ain't even about to bring it back, Sherelle. No, we ain't gonna do all that. Well, anyway, Kareem back there munching. He just got to have Sharon in the whole nine. He behind the farmer's counter munching with the face all in the plate. Oh, no. Okay, that's how we doing it? I ain't mad, Sharon. And he's just like a dog in the heat. You want me to close down the whole pharmacy so we can get it on, baby? She's like, no, I don't want you to do that. I should have never started with you. Next thing you know, he's on the intercom. Hey, this place closing in 15 minutes. Typical man. Typical man when he wants some, you know. But anywho, that's enough of that. Let's get past that. All right, where we at, y'all? So we get to Victoria, I think, approaching the president about having his mistress in their bed. And he's just like, Victoria, I don't have time for this shenanigans. And lo and behold, they have that conversation, like, of, you did this to me, and I gave everything up for you, and you gave everything, and I gave everything up for you. So Victoria, the first lady, basically tells him, look, he's about to throw her out. Before he throw her out at the oval, she comes in storming. She's getting on his nerves, agitating him. Of course, he's upset because he done lost his mistress. He done lost that good, and he wanted back, and he just trying to figure out. By the way, I think Kyle took her out the game. For some strange reason, my mind is telling me that Kyle may be in cahoots with the mama and daddy, and he might have took the president's mistress out. And Kyle, I fear for you because he is the president. And if he finds out that you had anything to do with his boo thing, he gonna take you out. I don't know, I'm just saying. For some strange reason, I feel like Kyle may be linked to the parents. And he's the one who killed the mistress, the president's mistress. But I could be wrong, I could be right, or it could be someone else we don't know. It could be the other Secret Service guy. We don't know, but we shall see who is the mole, we should say, that's in the White House, that's telling Victoria parents everything that's going down. So let's get back into it. So the first lady and the president are talking, and she's just going ranting off, saying, you had that whore in this house in my bed. And he's like, Victoria, Better go on about your business before I make another scene and your mama and daddy find out about it. So she's like, look, don't throw me out. I need to tell you something. My mother and father got somebody in here telling them everything. And you need to watch what you're doing. He's like, well, if you don't want me to make a scene, then get the hell out. So she gets out because she don't want him to make a scene. And lo and behold, she gets out. And let's take it to Lily and Jason. So Jason doing what creepy Jason does. Walking around the White House. Butcher naked. So I guess Lily must have had enough of him and his BS. So she said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this little boy walking around here naked. I'm about to tell him about his thing. And Lily is about to give it to him. Because why? Lily is enraged about what Bobby done told her about her husband. She done found out her husband is gay. She don't know what to do. But I tell you one thing, Lily. You better get some of that Bobby. If I were you, I would get some of that Bobby. Because your husband ain't giving you none of that Donnie. I'm saying. I'm just, girl, you was holding on major tight with Bobby. But anywho, so Lily is enraged, and I think we gonna see a side of Lily that we ain't never seen before. We seen her as this damsel in distress. Oh, but she about to come out full Compton and all. And let's go into it. So she goes, she sees Jason walking around naked. Like, I know this mother ain't flashing people again. So she goes in his room, goes behind him, goes in there and tell him, you know, you got a nice booty. But that thing you got between your legs is a disgrace. I'm a designer, baby. I see people naked for a living. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Walking around here naked. And he's basically telling, I can have you fired. Get out my room. She's like, I don't care. Because that's what I'm here to do anyway. To fire my damn self. I was like, ooh. She about to get him. Get your ass. I was like, okay, Lily. So she's like, you know, no wonder why you so much of a pervert. Because you got a little thing. I was like, ooh. So she's basically letting him know, you need to stop your BS walking around here naked like some little pervert, some little freak of nature, you know, because no one wants to see your little private part, and you ought to be ashamed of trying to walk around here and show it. And then she leaves out, and he's just all broke down and hurt. Ain't no need to be hurt now. You shouldn't have been walking around the White House naked. But I think he about to stop that. So she leaves out of Jason's room. She runs into the first lady. First lady lets her know that she doesn't like the dresses. The dresses are ugly. You know, they're poor taste. They're low class and trash, as Victoria would say. And they basically get into it. Some round type of, you know, like some reading round session. So the first lady is like, Lillian's like, okay, girl, you don't like it? Oh, well, bye. I'm out. And the first lady is like, so that's it? You just let people run over you? She said, no. Why am I here? Why you got me here? What's up? I was like, oh, that's that Watts coming out. Okay. Let's see the Watts girl come out. We want to see the Watts. She's like, what's up, Victoria? Why am I here? I'm just looking like, yeah, Victoria, why is she here? And she's like, because your husband is the link to keeping my husband in line. That's why. So they get into this back and forth reading session, and Victoria is basically telling her that, you know, how's it feel to have a husband that's gay? And she basically said, I don't know, you know, how does it feel to have a pervert son. And then she goes into another reading session of letting Victoria knows that you, my dear, I don't care too much. In the beginning, I was honored to have you wear my designs, but now I particularly don't care. Because I see you have no soul, you're evil, you're a bully. And Victoria's like, careful now. And she's like, you have knockoffs fashions. She said, my fashions are just fine. Did you ever realize why the designers didn't want to design anything for you? Because you don't put life into their clothing? Victoria's like, no. They don't know how to design for black women. She said, no. People put life into fashions when they put it on. And you, my dear, you have no soul. You make the clothes darken. You don't put life into the clothes. That's why no designer wants to design for you. I was like, oh, she got you. She got you. Ain't no need. Go on now. Live to fight another day with somebody else, Victoria. First lady, she got you. You know, no. So she basically, they say what they need to say and they walk off. And she's going down the steps. She sees Donald or Don, whatever his name is, her husband. And she's like, I'm not dealing with her. I'm not designing anything no more for that hussy. Victoria's like, get back here and put my phone up. She ain't about to do that. She just read you and walked off. Now she fussing with Donald. And she's just had enough with him. He's like, I need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I ain't ready to talk to you. I don't care about none of this and what you talking. I'm mad. I want out of this. What's next? So let's forward. Let's get to the main event. Barry pulling up on Kareem and Sharon in the pharmacy, getting it in. I was like, ooh, this is interesting. I can't wait to see what happens on the next episode but I just knew when Barry, he took a glance into that pharmacy, I was like, oh, they both dead. And the next episode, he looked like he just gonna be in some sort of rage like a madman. And Sharon, girl, I think you're gonna come up missing. You and Kareem. Because Barry feels in his heart of hearts, well, I'm going to either go to jail or somebody going to kill me because I done killed somebody else. And he's at that point in his life. He don't care about nothing or no one. His daughter missing. He in all rage. He ain't slept in X amount of days. He been in and out of jail and everything else. So, Sharon, he going to get you. No man wants to see another man smashing his woman, even if he mad at you. Especially if he had a sense that you was messing with that man from the... Oh, Sharon, girl, he gonna get you and Kareem. Another thing I wanted to talk about, too, I like that scene with Kyle and Max. With it. Max is just looking like, no, I ain't gonna beat your ass here. I ain't gonna beat your ass here. This is my job. I'm gonna beat your ass outside these walls. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm just looking like they just all up in each other's face. He's like, I know what you did too. That whole elevator scene, Kyle was saying to Max. But I want to see Max beat Kyle's ass. Am I the only one that want to see that? I want to see Max beat Kyle's ass. But that's all for tonight. For Tyler Perry, The Oval. Can't wait to next week. to see Barry go off on Sharon and Kareem. I mean, ain't that something? You hear you ain't getting it in, and to have a truck riding on you and mess up all of that. I was looking like, damn, that is something to think about too. You getting it in like you never did before. But anywho, till next time, y'all.